guys! So it is the afternoon of April 29th, 2020. I did have an embryo transfer this morning. Actually, two embryos were transferred. So yeah, let's hope both can implant themselves and grow properly. But as for, the procedure this morning, so I had to come in with a full bladder, and I have a really small bladder. So they told me to drink 24 ounces of water an hour before, and that's really tough for me because even like a small glass of water will make me go pee right away. Anyhow, I did kind of what they asked me to do. I just knew that my bladder would fill up really quickly. So when I was in the procedure room, the sonographer comes in to check and see if your bladder is indeed full. And it was so full that she told me to she gave me a coffee cup and told me to fill it up 3/4 of the way to empty out some of my bladder. And so that's what I had to do. And she said that my bladder would probably fill up really quickly again. So I guess it's, better more full than not. And if it's too full, the sonographer will tell you to remove some of the urine. So the lab is actually basically on the other side of the wall to the procedure room. The embryologist, the doctor, and the sonographer all came in after I emptied out some pee. And they told me that my embryos looked really good, which, I was really delighted to hear. And I even have a photo that they gave me. Isn't that cute? They're really cute. So I think it's great that they give you a photo of them. And before the transfer, they actually had to do a mock transfer where they put an empty catheter up the cervix and into the uterus area, just to make sure that the path is, clear and that they could see it on the ultrasound screen. So that went fine. I actually didn't feel anything. My doctor was very skillful, and there was no pain. It was just, obviously I had to feel the speculum, which is probably the most uncomfortable part, but you get used to that. Once the mock occurred, they switched the screen to a lab screen where they showed the embryos being sucked up into the catheter. So that was really cool. And of course they have to do a few checks just to make sure that they're giving me the right embryos. So they check the names multiple times. So after I saw those embryos being sucked up into the catheter was brought over to my doctor, and then she, pushed those embryos, injected them into my uterus. So that was really cool to see on the ultrasound screen as well. And so everything was super efficient, and I felt that it went really smoothly. So overall, again, I'm very impressed at, the service and the support from Seattle Reproductive Medicine. And I actually have about a 20 to 25% chance of having twins. That's according to the doctor. So, if I have twins, great. If I have one, fabulous. We will take what we can get. So I actually have to come back in 10 days for an HCG blood test. And so over the next few days, we'll see if I can feel any of the implantation occurring. I read online that that's usually what happens. Actually, for my first 2 natural pregnancies, I did feel implantation. I know what it feels like. So I guess I should be looking up for that. And I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks.